Welcome. Welcome to part 2 of the ASMR book series for the book The Woman in the Window. And I just love the cover because it's very simple but has a deeper meaning. If you see, these are all blinds for a window. And then you can see this part is like bent, so it's like someone is holding it down looking through the window at someone or something. So yesterday for part 1 we read chapters 1 and 2. Today I'm going to read chapters 3 through 5, maybe 6. We shall see how long it takes. I don't want this to go too much over 20 minutes. The chapters are pretty short, which is one of the things I really like. AJ Flynn's style of writing. She's a very, very good writer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she also did Gone. Oh no, she didn't. Never mind. Did she do Gone Girl? I don't think. Anyways, it kind of reminds me of that. Just very, the imagery is just amazing. So I'm just turning on my moon lamp so I can see what I'm reading. Okay, chapter 3. This time last year, we'd planned to sell the house. I'd even engaged a broker. Okay, so you know what, context. Let me give you guys some context. So the date for this one is Tuesday, October 26th. The date for chapter 2 was Monday, October 25th. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, just want to make sure they didn't jump around time-wise. So, this time last year, we'd planned to sell the house. I'd even engaged a broker. Olivia would enroll in a midtown school at the following September, and Ed had found a Lenox Hill gut job. It'll be fine, he promised. I'll install a bidet just for you. I patted him on the shoulder. What's a bidet? Asked Olivia. But then he left and she was with him. So it flayed my heart all over again when last night I finally recalled the first words of her stillborn listing. Lovingly restored, landmark 19th century Harlem gem. Wonderful family home. Landmark up for gem. Landmark and gem up for debate, I think. Harlem inarguable. Likewise, 19th century. Lovingly restored. I can attest to that, and expensively too. Wonderful family home. True. My domain and its outposts. Basement or maisonette, according to her brother. Sub-street floor through with its own door, kitchen, bath, bedroom, tiny office. Ed's workspace for 8 years. He draped the table and pulled blueprints. Tack contractor briefs told to the wall, currently tenanted. Garden, patio, really accessible via the first floor. A sprawl of limestone tile, a pair of disused Adirondack chairs, a young ash tree slouched in the far corner. Gangling and lonely. Oh, that wasn't too loud. Gangling and lonely like a friendless teenager. Every so often I long to hug it. First floor, ground floor if you're British, or premier étage if you're French. I am neither, but I spend time in Oxford long and slow. After they left, during those black blank months when I could scarcely prise myself from the sheets, I would roll slowly, like a curling wave from one end to the other, spooling and unspooling the bedclothes around me. Also the guest bedroom and ensuite, fourth floor, servants' quarters once upon a time, now Olivia's bedroom and a second spare. Some nights I haunt her room like a ghost. Some days I stand in the doorway, watch the slow traffic of dust motes to the sun. Some weeks I don't visit her fourth floor at all, and it starts to melt into memory, like the feel of rain on my skin. Anyway, I'll speak to them again tomorrow. Meanwhile, no sign of the people across the park. Wow, that was like a lot of big words. It's a tongue twister. Okay, Wednesday, October 27th. A rangy teenager bursts from the front door of number 207 like a horse from starting gate and gallops east down the street, past my front windows. I don't get a good look. I've awoken early after a late night with Out of the Past, and I'm trying to decide if a swallow of Merlot might be wise, but I catch a bolt of blonde, a backpack slung from one shoulder. Then he's gone. I slug a glass, float upstairs, settle myself at my desk, reach for my Nikon. I'm in the kitchen of 207. I can see the father. In the kitchen of 207, I can see the father, big and broad, backlit by a television screen. I press the camera to my eye and zoom in. The Today Show. I might head down and switch on my own TV MUs, watch alongside my neighbor, or I might view it right here on a set through the lens. I decide to do that. It's been a while since I took in the facade, but Google furnishes a street view, a whitewashed stone, faintly Beaux Arts capped with a widow's walk. From here, of course, I can set my sights only on the side of the house through its east windows. I have a clear shot into the kitchen, the second floor parlor, and a bedroom above. Yesterday, a platoon of movers arrived, hauling sofas and television sets in an ancient armoire. The husband has been directing traffic. I haven't seen the wife since the night they moved in. I wonder what she looks like. I'm about to checkmate rock and roll this afternoon when I hear the bell. I shuffle downstairs, slap the buzzer, and unlock the hall door and find my tenant looming there, looking, as they say, rough and ready. He is handsome, with his long jaw, his eyes like trapdoors, dark and deep. Gregory Peck after a late evening. I'm heading to Brooklyn tonight, he reports. I drag a hand through my hair. Okay. You mean you need me to take care of anything before I go? It sounds like a proposition, like a line from a noir. You just put your lips together and blow. Thanks, I'm fine. He gazes past me and squints. Bulbs need changing. It's dark in here. I like it dim, I say. Like my men, I want to add. Is that the joke from Airplane? Have fun, a good time. Sex, a good time. He turns to go. You know, you can just come on through the basement door, I tell him, trying for playful. Chances are I'll be home. I hope he'll smile. He's been here 2 months and I haven't once seen him grin. He nods. He leaves. I close the door. I study myself in the mirror. Wrinkles like spokes around my eyes. A slur of dark hair, tigered here and there with gray loose about my shoulders. Stubble on the scoop of my armpits. My belly has gone slack. Dimples stipple my thighs. Skin almost luridly pale. Veins flowing with violet within my arms and legs. Dimples, stipples, stubble, wrinkles. I need work. I had a down-home appeal once, according to some. According to Ed, I thought of you as the girl next door, he said sadly toward the end. I looked down at my toes, rippling against the tile, long and fine, 1 or 10 of my better features, but a small predator right now. I rummaged through my medicine cabinets, pill bottles stacked atop one another like totem poles, and excavate a nail clipper. At last, a problem I can fix. Thursday, October 28th. Thursday, October 28th is what chapter 5 is. Alright, let's see. Chapter 5, and we'll be good. Okay. The deed of sale posted yesterday. My new neighbors are Alistair and Jane Russell. They paid $3.45 million for their humble abode. Google tells me he's a partner at a mid-sized consultancy, previously based in Boston. She's untraceable. You try plugging Jane Russell into a search engine. It's a lively neighborhood they've chosen. The Miller home across the street, abandon all hope, ye who enter here, is one of the 5 townhouses I can survey from the south-facing windows of my own. To the east stand the identical twin Gray sisters, same box cornices growing from the windows, same bottle green front doors. In the right, the slightly grayer sister, I think, live Henry and Lisa Wasserman, longtime residents, 4 decades and counting, bragged Mrs. Wasserman when we moved in. She dropped by to tell us, to your faces, how much she and my Henry resented the arrival of another yuppie clan in what used to be a real neighborhood. Ed fumed. Olivia named her stuffed rabbit Yuppie. The Wasserman, as we dubbed them, haven't spoken to me since, even though I'm on my own now, a clan unto myself. They don't seem much friendlier towards the residents of the other Gray sister, a family called fittingly Gray. 2 twin teenage girls, father a partner at a boutique M&A firm, mother an eager book club hostess. This month's selection advertised on their meetup page and under review right now in the Gray's front room by the 8 middle-aged women. Jude the Obscure. I read it too. I imagined if I was one of the group munching coffee cake and sipping wine. What did you think of Jude, Anna? Christine Gray would ask me, and I'd say I found it rather obscure. We'd laugh. They're laughing too now, in fact. I try laughing with them. I take a sip. West of the Millers are the Takedas. The husband is Japanese, the mother white, their son unearthly beautiful. He's a cellist. In the warm months, he rehearses with the parlor windows thrown open, so Ed used to hoist ours in turn. We danced one night in some long-gone June. Ed and I to the strains of a Bach suite, swaying in the kitchen, my head on his shoulder. His fingers nodded behind me as the boy across the street played on. This past summer, his music wandered toward the house, approached my living room, knocked politely on the glass. Let me in. I couldn't. I never opened the windows, never, but still I could hear it murmuring, pleading, let me in. Number 206 through 208, a vacant double-wide brownstone flanks the Takeda's house. An LLC bought it 2 Novembers ago, but no one moved in. A puzzle. For nearly a year, scaffolding clung to its facade like hanging gardens. It disappeared overnight. This was a few months before Ed and Olivia left, and since then, nothing. Behold my southern empire and its subjects. None of these people were my friends. Most of them I'd not met more than once or twice. Urban life, I suppose. Maybe the Wasserman were onto something. I wonder if they know what's become of me. A derelict Catholic school abuts my house to the east, practically leans against it. I don't know how to say this. Saint Dymphna's shuddered since we moved in. We'd threatened to send Olivia there when she misbehaved. Sip of my Diet Coke. It has pitted brownstone, windows dark with grime, or at least that's what I remember. It's been a while since I've laid eyes on it. And directly west is the park, tiny, 2 lots across and 2 deep, with a narrow brick path connecting our streets to the one directly north. A sycamore stands sentry at either end, leaves flaming, an iron fence low to the ground. Hems in both sides. It is, as that quotable broker said, very quaint. Then there's a house beyond the park, number 207. The Lord sold it 2 months ago and promptly cleared out, flying south to their retirement villa in Vero Beach. Enter Alistair and Jane Russell. Jane Russell. My physical therapist had never heard of her. Gentlemen prefer blondes, I said. Not in my experience, she replied. Bina's younger. Perhaps that's it. All this was earlier today. Before I could argue with her, she laced one of my legs over the other, capsized me onto my right side. The pain left me breathless. Your hamstrings need this, she assured me. You bitch, I gasped. She pressed my knee to the floor. You're not paying me to go easy on you. I winced. Can I pay you to leave? Bina visits once a week to help me hate life, as I like to say, and to provide updates on her sexual adventures, which are about as exciting as my own. Only in Bina's case, it's because she's picky. Half the guys on these apps are using 5-year-old photos, she'll complain. Her waterfall of hair poured over one shoulder, and the other half are married, and the other half are single for a reason. That's 3 halves, but you don't debate math with someone who's rotating your spine. I joined Happen a month ago, just to see, I told myself. Happen, Bina explained to me, makes you with people whose paths you've crossed. But what if you haven't crossed paths with anyone? What if you forever navigate the same 4,000 vertically arranged square feet and nothing beyond them? I don't know. The first profile I spotted was David's. I instantly deleted my account. It's been 4 days since I glimpsed Jane Russell. She certainly wasn't proportioned like the original with her torpedo breast, her wasp waist, but then neither am I. The son I've seen only that once, yesterday morning. The husband, however, wide shoulders, streaky brows, a blade of a nose, is on permanent display in the house. Whisking eggs in the kitchen, reading in the parlor, occasionally glancing into the bedroom as though in search of someone. That is the end of chapter 5. Chapter 6 starts at page 26. So we've already read this far. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I sure enjoyed reading it. It's been a while since I've read this book, so I am also, it's kind of like reading it all over again. So they're kind of, setting everything up. I can tell that things are building and the conflict is coming. It's a very good book, I promise. It is worth your while just to keep checking in and watching these videos. My goal is tomorrow we will read chapters 6 through 8. Okay, everyone, I will see you all so soon.